Hello, Aquarius. This is Zaida from Becoming I Am. I'm here to give you your message for December 2025. I'd just like to start with giving an apology that I didn't do this earlier. I don't know how I slipped my mind. Blame it on Mercury retrograde. Sometimes it just makes you a little bit out of sorts. So, like always, we're going to be going through some astrology and how it will personally affect you with some oracle. And then we're going to be doing some tarot. I hope you enjoy. And so we're starting off with the 4th of December, which we have a full moon in the sign of Gemini. Now keep in mind that moon affects 3 days before and 3 days after. So roughly from the 1st to the 8th, right, the first entire week, you'd probably be affected by this full moon in Gemini. Expect a lot of talking, expect a lot of communication, and receiving messages from many different avenues, especially your dreams. So pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your downloads. And so let's see how this is going to affect you, Aquarius. Um, I heard that you have a block actually in your communication, and instead of feeling like you're receiving, you're going to feel like you're shut out. They said like you're shut out. Why do you hear that? Whatever, like you're shut out. I heard. Let me hear. One only. One only. Wow, we have orgasm number 29, and it says thrust your body, elevate your spirit, open the gates to the renewal. Oh, it feels like somebody must have been using, okay, we're gonna have to look into this because it's starting to get a little bit funny. Somebody must have been using sex magic or um using their sacral space as a way to have access to your energy, and that is being shut out, Aquarius. I'm gonna get more information on that because this is starting to get interesting. I wasn't expecting this. So they said I'm gonna just pull 3 of these cards so they can give me some information. Yes, it is that. Shut up. I am not kidding. This is crazy. So the first thing we have is the 2 of Cups. So this could have been a love partner. It could have been in the physical or the spiritual. It does feel like a contract. It feels like something that you were bound to that was actually using your sacral space, and like your orgasms, right? Like whenever you were having pleasure with somebody, or and it didn't have to necessarily be that person. It can be anybody else. That was something connected, energetically connected to your sacral space, that every single time you would feel pleasure, this entity, this energy, this group, this organization, everybody has different energies, would receive blessings. But now you're starting to get to a point where your money is your money. 9 of Pentacles. You're starting to get independent. See, this is what I'm saying. I felt like you've been shut out, but it's not you, it's something else. And we have the 10 of Swords. And so it's not only are they shut out, but they're going to have to pay for what they took from you, from your sacral space. I'm liking this. Okay. This feels like retribution. Yes. Beep, 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 beep. I'm clapping for you guys. Because it depends on which one. So both of them, okay? Because I'm from the generation of snapping. So next thing, December 15th. Neptune goes direct in Pisces. This would make Pisces be direct in Neptune and in Saturn since the last week of November to this week. So this is good because it feels like a removal of a mental distortion. Okay. Didn't I just grab these? They want the same ones, I think. That was weird. No, they want one more from this one. Okay, so this will be from the 4th still? No, from the 15th. Then I'm going to grab another one, okay? So from the 15th, this one, they want one of these, and then they want the one I usually pick for the 15th. This one. Yours is so unusual. I got 2. Okay. So the first thing I get is, wait, where do I have that book though? Oh, it's over there. One second. Let me grab the book real quick. Aquarius, why does your message have to be so complicated? Okay, so this is what's up. They told me to grab my Angels Numbers book. Okay. Then they said the one that I got from the original, which was the same one as the orgasm one, is actually connected to what they wanted to tell you. And then the number that I got from these two is what I'm going to be looking up in the book for you. So this one, the December 15th, we have Fae, which is talking about the elemental realms. And it says, um, not everything is as it may seem. Be cautious, dear one, for there is a story beneath the tale. Okay? And if you notice, and this is why I stayed looking at this for a while. This fairy, she has her hand extended and it's actually touching the other fairies. Hoo ha. So again, sacral space. And it's saying there's something more about, this is why they said we're not done with using that deck. This is still linked to the same thing, the original one that we saw from December 4th. I feel like there's some big something that'll come out. And then we have 520. Okay. The two that came out is Arts and Crafts and Dream Realm, and it's 520. First of all, the combination of these two tells me that somebody did some kind of spell work in your dream state that entangled you. Okay. But 520, according to this Libro, says, wow, again, this is a complicated reading. I feel like I'm bouncing around from many different directions. And everything I do is significant to the reading. The fact that I'm bouncing around all over the place tells me that that's kind of how you're going to be in December, Aquarius, where you're going to be getting things from so many different angles. It's going to be affecting you. It says, your connection to God is stronger than ever. Welcome home, love. Oh. I feel now that you disconnect. This is for the people that actually did the work. Let me start with that, okay? But now that you actually disconnected from something in your sacral space, you're going to get connected to who you really are. And it's going to happen in your dream realm. And it feels like it's going to be happening from the 15th to the 25th. So, like 10 days. It's a 10-day process. Okay. Let's leave that there. And next thing is, I just heard somebody, no, I want more information. Sometimes I think it's not good to have more information because not everybody that is good is listening to these messages. And a lot of this work is supposed to be one of those things where I'm introducing you to something and it's for you to start doing more meditative work on your behalf to evolve this message and your private space, right? It's just an awakening to the message, and then it's your obligation to then do the work to grow more in this knowledge, because if I say it all here, everybody's hearing it, even your enemies. All right. Side note. So now we go to December 20th, which, oh, I just got poked in the hand. May that return to the person that just poked me. I'm not giving you the answers because you feel like it. December 20th, 2025, new moon in Sagittarius. It feels like due to the new liberation, moving in a different direction. So let's see where that's going. One only. Not surprised. We get the card of transformation. And it says number 39, transformation. Like 1,000 storms held in the hand, soft against the wind, there is change arising from deep within. And it does feel like deep within. It actually feels like connected to your sacral space. It's going to create turbulence, is what I heard. So I'm not feeling that after the 20th, things will be calm. I think that things will be a little reactive. And the reason it's reactive, it's because of an awakening. It's something that itched. That when it awakens inside of you, creates a transformation in such a way that you're actually removing something to gain something. And that removing is super important. It will feel chaotic. The next thing that I'm going to talk about, which is super important, is December 21st, where we moved into Capricorn season. This Capricorn season has 4 squares. In other words, the 4 blocks that stop you. And one of them has to do this dream to this new world that you're going into, right? The other 3 is what stops you in the mental space, in the physical space, in the spiritual space. 3 aspects that are stopping you from being able to move in that direction. And so next year being the year of the 1, and we have 9 years going through that, this transformation will determine these next 9 years if you deserve to move into that new version of yourself based on how much you're willing to destroy to be able to recreate. So I want to see the old version you're getting rid of. Just one card. Oops, just one card. I said I'm not taking that damn pile. We're not doing that. I said just one. I don't care if there's a lot of different people. We're just honing in on one specific streamline of consciousness. Because I know this isn't really a massive message for a whole mess of people, which is great because not a lot of people see these videos. So it's more like a personal reading. Ooh, look at this. What are we leaving behind? The energy of the prostitute. You know what the energy of the prostitute is? I'm available for everybody whenever they need me. I will stop my world to attend to everybody else because everybody else is more important than myself. That's what the prostitute is. Selling yourself short and selling yourself to the highest bidder, let's call it that way, because this person needs my time. So I'm going to go over there and do that, even though I feel like I'm tired today. That person needs me for over there. Oh, it's because I feel so bad for them, blah, blah, blah. And you just prostitute yourself through everybody. Giving away your valuables, time, energy, love, effort to people that are cheap, right? And what you're moving into, wow, the detective. Great power of observation and intuition, desires to seek out the truth. You're going to see. You're going to get eyes to see. That's what the new journey is. Your eyes to see. I'm liking that. How is this going to affect your life? Oh, wow, we have the orphaned. And so, oh, please disregard all the fluff. My sweater likes to let go of a lot of fluff. The orphan. The orphan is an interesting energy because it feels like you will be leaving a lot of people behind. You will be working with a lot of people that, or you will be around a lot of people that feel lonely, that feel rejected and in despair. And I think they're like kind of the life lesson also, because you have to realize that you just can't prostitute yourself to everybody. You're going to really notice and have an eye open as to what are these people getting from having the story. If you guys know Spanish, I would recommend the Capricorn Spanish reading because this one has a lot to do with that. All right. So finally, we are going to get the tarot for you. These cards are more esoteric, but I don't know. I just really feel like I want these for you today. They said four. Shut up. If there's four here, I'm going to lose my mind. Oh, no, there's three. Okay. So the first thing we see is a 10 of Wands. The fox sailing waters with all their heavy load. The eel with the fire that they want to bring to you, all coming towards you, all their ghosts and their demons following you, and all under this illusion of the moon that you think they are good. Actually, you know what it is? They told me the illusion of shame. Um, I've been getting this download about how one of the biggest demons that we confront in this earth plane is the energy of shame. Shame is the energy of woulda, shoulda, coulda. Like, I should have done this. I could have done this. This should have been different. Shame, I'm dirty. Nobody's going to love me. These awful things happened to me and I'm ugly. Or shame, you are born impure and you need to be part of this religion so we can clarify and cleanse you. Shame, you are never going to enter through the gates of the heaven that they believe in because you do not submit. Shame, you don't make enough money. Shame, you're too old to get to a certain place. This is a place of shame. And I feel like the energy of shame is trying to come towards you to lie to you. On the top, they look like they need your help. On the top, they look good, but underneath, they have the eel that wants to eat you and spark on you and all the ghosts that are surround them. And your job is to have the strength to not be consumed by this evil. Don't let shame tell you your lesson. Six of Cups. And Six of Cups is telling me that you've been going through cycles. This isn't the first lifetime that you've actually had to do this, right? And I feel like in the first life cycle that you went through, the first few life cycles, you stayed in the egg stage. Then you kind of cracked out of your edge. But this is the first life cycle that you're actually getting to the point of fulfillment. So you don't have to repeat the same world again. I heard world. Five of Cups. Five of Cups feels like you're starting to notice all the cups that were not worth it, all the directions that did not give you the blessing that you wanted. And though you're still a little bit sparked by it, like still you're a little bit wounded by it, you started to get to the point where you're just like, no, those are cups are not mine. Those opportunities, those people, those emotions are not mine. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. And that's interesting because you paid this path of knowledge with, and you got access to the key to the future by cutting yourself out from distorted belief systems, things that did not serve you. So your mind state had to change, but also through your blood, sweat, and tears. And I do feel that very strongly. And now you're entering into this land of the Fool card, and the bells around his and his wrists and around his waist kind of reminds me of like charms to ward away evil, because you can ring bells to ward away evil. So I'm feeling like the knowledge that you've acquired from all those previous lives and all those previous experiences only in this life literally got you to the point where you are able to detect danger around you. And then I'm seeing this movie in my mind's eye. It was like this Asian movie, and he was like a demon slayer, but he was like a phony. But his family had made this like bell that only rings if there's an actual demon around, and he would like hustle people out of money pretending to exercise their homes with all this fake shit, and then all of a sudden like the real stuff comes through, and so I feel like you've gotten to the point now where you're starting to notice when something is not safe. You can tell the demons that are around you. And then the bottom of the deck, and because you know that, you are in this energy of the Seven of Wands, where you can deflect these negative energies because you see them for what they are. I'm feeling like this is good because it feels like whatever was connected to your sacral space was actually distorting your ability to see the truth of certain places and things and thought forms. So kind of like you didn't have the ability to see the red flags because the distortion came from something connected to your sacral space. Um, and now in that disconnection, it's creating the ability for you to create to your truth. Then creates a situation where you're able to change your reality because of the fact that you're not distorted by a false, I want to say God narrative. They said narrative. I hope you understand that.